May I have some more, please? Sorry about the joke. Couldn't help it. Hey, don't forget to tell yourself what's good today. It's been a minute since I sat here. I've been busy preparing my scripts during this fellowship season. In case you guys didn't know, when I'm not running, I'm working on my way to becoming a television writer. But today I decided to take a break and talk about these moon shoes from New Balance. These days it seems like everyone's clamoring for more cushion. Give me more, more, more! And New Balance was like, you want more? We'll fucking give you more. Boom! And then these shoes dropped. Check these out. You can't really appreciate how much cushion these guys have until you look at them next to another shoe. You see the difference? This thick slab of foam measures 34 millimeters in the heel with a 4 millimeter drop. And I know it looks probably closer to like a 40 millimeter shoe, but I guess the heel actually sits below this outline right here. The foam is 3% bio-based, which means it's made from renewable sources to reduce their carbon footprint. Not much of a flex if you ask me, but this upper here is. It's an engineered mesh made from about 50% recycled materials. I know I'm dating myself, but it kind of looks like those practice jersey material from the 80s. The step-in feel of these shoes are incredible. They feel super soft and squishy. It's like you're standing on a bed of marshmallows. And they fit true to size, but being max cushion shoes, they're not that light. My size 8.5 men's weighs 10.1 ounces or 287 grams. I've never owned a pair of New Balance shoes. The truth is, I always consider them to be like dad shoes. You know, the older guys with some sort of foot problem. After trying these on, I now know why. I'm a dad now, and I also have some foot issues, and all I really care about is comfort, and these shoes really deliver. I feel like I could stay in these shoes all day. Sometimes I just stand there and rock back and forth just to feel the squish. I don't know if it's down to the rocker profile, maybe, but I like doing it anyway. Now, when I said they're dad shoes, I was actually referring to the way they look as well. They're not the most appealing shoes on the market, but that's just my opinion. The foam has this sort of scale-like design, I don't know, kind of like water drops. They remind me of like dinosaur skin, I guess, or maybe even like dragon scales, which could be kind of cool. The color options are pretty neutral too, mostly shades of gray and white, except for like this electric blue and a black. I think for guys, one of the places that we can and like to show off our style is in our shoes, and it's kind of hard to do with these. They're truly more function over form. But let's go beyond the looks. It's got a really high stack height, but it's still very stable. And that's due to the really wide footprint that it has. You can see when you look at it from the top how wide that foam is, how it spreads out. It's got a good amount of rubber on the outsole, so even though it's been raining like monsoons here in Southern California, I never had any issues with grip. The Morbi 4s are meant mostly for like easy runs and recovery runs, which pretty much sums up all of my runs. You know, usually during the last mile to half a mile of my runs, I get like really tired, but I just want to get it done, so I pick the pace. And I didn't really have a problem doing that. But then again, when I say picking up the pace, it only drops to about 8.5 minutes per mile. I know most of you guys are running a lot faster than that for your easy miles, so I don't know if running faster will work for you with these shoes. When it comes to picking up the pace for me, I think it all comes down to heart. If I want to run faster, it doesn't really matter what shoe I'm in. I just picture my mother-in-law running after me and I'll pick up the pace. They're kind of like weights, I'll give you that. But think about it, if you run in these clunkers every day and then all of a sudden you switch to your daily trainers or even your race shoes, think how much faster they're going to feel for you. I think the Morbi 4 is responsive enough for me. And for those who want to take it easy, you kind of just sink in and it gives you just enough back. It's like, hey, alright, here you go, and it sends you on your way. I really enjoy these shoes. I feel like the carbon plated daily trainers that I have made my legs pop up a little high, so it was kind of awkward to get used to. I felt those kind of made too much pressure on me to run fast. But I do have two complaints about these shoes. Although they're really comfortable, I do not like the tongue. I've taken these guys out for about 25 miles now, and I don't know if it's because they're not gusseted or because they have sort of this asymmetrical design. You can tell that this side's a little bit higher. I didn't notice anything until the third or fourth run, but the tongue started to rub against the top of my right ankle and it cut into my skin. It's not a huge deal, but it's still really annoying. So now when I run, I just kind of put a band-aid on this side and everything's fine. I guess if you want to wear crew socks with this as well, that'll probably take care of the problem. The other dislike, and it's the reason why I don't wear crew socks, is that my feet felt really warm in these. Now, we've had one of the coldest winters here in Southern California, but they still felt kind of hot. So I'm not sure how that's going to do when the weather starts to really get warm in the spring and summer. Anyway, my two issues do have a fix. I was planning to wear thinner socks anyway, and I'll just wear a band-aid for now until my skin toughens up. Overall, I'm really glad I got these shoes. My others are plated, so they have a very different experience, but I think I'd rather use these on a regular basis because they're so much more comfortable. I think they're definitely worth having for cruising days or when you just want to be nice to your feet and your legs. So there's my Rider's review for the New Balance More V4s. Thanks for watching and don't forget to subscribe. And as always, ride or run, let's get it done.